What's up, guys? Finally, the Robin is done. The plastic community has a new figure to join the family. Tim Drake, Robin. And I am so excited to finally show this figure off because it was a struggle, to say the least. It took a lot of time, it took a lot of effort, and it took quite a bit of cash as well. Okay? Everything you see here was done by me in some kind of way, okay? Even the body that I used for, which was from a G.I. Joe figure, I added, what did I do to it? I added calf muscle with epoxy. I added quad muscle with epoxy. I sanded the bevel here. I sanded the wrist, okay? And I put magnets on the feet so it could stand a little better. And that took quite a bit of work just in itself, okay? The costume is all sewn by me, okay? The cape was done by me, and that was, you talk about it, I think it took me like 8 tries to finally get it right. All the accessories you see here, except the bow staff, were 3D printed, okay? Let me grab him to get a zoom in. Let me see, put my finger there. The buckle was 3D printed. The blocks were 3D printed. Let's see if the camera can pick it up. These gauntlets were 3D printed. This sole was 3D printed. And the camera will not pick this up, but the buttons, and they have a little R designed in the buttons, were 3D printed. The hands move, and the gloves are real fabric. Okay, I'm very big on, you know, the hands, I mean, I guess I can live without it if they don't move, but I like the gloves to be real fabric. I don't like it when companies, you know, they make the glove with fabric, which is cool, but then the hand is like this sculpted on and then painted to the color of the glove. I feel like that kind of really turns me off, okay? Now, moving on, the R was for my AutoCAD, and I had my graphic artist, which is in Webster. He printed that on. The head was completely sculpted by me, and I'm gonna take it off because the head sculpt alone. And if you haven't seen those videos, I've posted the first 8 hours of labor on YouTube, and you haven't seen them, click below. The other 8 hours I kind of did on my own because I wanted to get it done. But here's the head. Let me see if I can move it in the camera so the camera can see it. It comes off with the magnet you see there, and the magnet in here, but it comes back like that. But he does rotate 360 degrees. The magnets do not prohibit that, so that's another thing. Okay, and, oh, also, I forgot to mention, these eyes, they're so little, and I want to thank Laser Imaging for putting up with me, because some of these parts are just freakishly small. I mean, they are just, look, here's my finger. Look at that. I mean, just teeny, tiny parts, okay? Now, moving on. What's another thing that took... Another challenge was the belt, which I think is great. They open up, actually. So they are actually fully functional belts. They are magnet... They close with a magnet. You can see there. There's an opening. So you can actually put stuff in it. And if you open the thing, the belt... Every single one of these pouches are actual functional pouches, guys. So that's something I really wanted to have, and it's a yellow vinyl leather, by the way. Okay. They are fully functional pouches, so, I mean, they're not very big, and the storage compartment is not that huge. Sorry, don't want them to fall down. But he can actually store stuff in those pouches, okay? They're fully functional. All right, what else do I have to say? Oh, another thing, the hair. This is, I mean, it's doll hair, but it's actual hair. Look. I mean, it's actual hair. Okay, I really wanted to add that. I think it just adds an authenticness to it, and I think it, you know, it looks, it's unique. What else? And now I'm going to move on to the accessories, guys, because obviously, with you, when you're a crime fighter like Robin or Batman, you know, if you're a comic book fan, gadgets are, you know, important. I'm going to start off with Tim Drake's iconic bow staff, used with my Spastics chrome paint. And if you haven't seen on kind of how to use it, I posted a video on you know, a place to kind of point you in the right direction. You can click the video down below. Okay, here's the gun. I was going to make the rope shoot out, but, you know, it's a one-time only. The, what do you call this? The arrow does come out, and then it goes back in like that. And this does roll. Well, it did, but I glued it down. Okay. Moving on, here are the binoculars. And all this stuff that was printed was designed on Inventor, by the way. There's little eyelids, and that's where he looks in. And right here, there is real lens in there. See that? See that reflection? That is real lens on both sides. I wanted to add that because I thought that would be cool. Okay. And here are Batarangs. I designed off Inventor as well. And it's two pieces because, you know, these are dyed. The soles are dyed. You know, everything that's black. Any plastic part that's black is dyed, by the way. And if you don't know how to dye them, click the video below on that, on how to dye them. I made a video on that. One of the sides is like an opaque, like a bad colored black. So I had to put two pieces together to hide those surfaces. So this is two pieces, you know, glued together to make one. Okay, and then here is pretty much the exact same Batarang. Here's another Batarang. The points are a little sharper than they should be, but you know, it's a cool Batarang, I feel. Okay, so those are the accessories. Let me see. I don't have much to talk about. Now, an artist told me, you know, on the bad things to just shut up. But, you know, I just can't help myself. I want to point out the things that I would have done differently. Just like all the other figures I've posted. And the things I would have done differently is, you know, little nicks here and there. I would have added another pouch on each side. Oh, sorry, the camera moved. This, I would have made curved like a boot. I mean, it looks cool, but I would have made curved. This, I would have made more angled and pointy. What else? This is a little off-center. But other than that, you know, I am very happy with how this came out. And this camera, I don't mean to sound cocky, but this camera doesn't quite point out, you know, this figure, you know. It really doesn't capture it like I'm looking at it right now as we speak. So, you know, well, anyway, guys, that's all I got to say on this figure. I know I spent quite a bit of time talking about it, but so much work was put into it, okay? Now, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're an action figure fanatic like me, and do not forget to like me on Facebook. Do not forget. All right, signing off.